Welcome to Shore Perspectives, a community feature of WESR Radio, highlighting the spirit of the shore from those who call it home.
My name is Jeffrey A. Walker, Sr. I live in Exmoor, Virginia.
Who was the strong influence in your life?
My father, because my dad and I was very close. When he would have a problem with his vehicles, I would go out there and start tampering. He'd pull the motor out. I even pulled the transmission out. The one time he had a 58 Oldsmobile, and he was working at Ashford Produce where they did sweet potatoes. So I took it upon myself to take the carburetor off. And I took it apart. And he came up and said, "Boy, what have you done?" I said, "Dad, I'm going to fix it." So from there, I just continued to work on cars. And I learned how to work on machines because in 78, I went to the community college. And I taken up the machines class there. Then I was over in the welding class. Now also I was in the mechanic class, working sheet metal fabricating. So we started making toolboxes. So I made several toolboxes for some of the staff there. And also I made one for myself. So it was so big, I had to put wheels on it. The kids said, "Dad, what is that?" "Hey, this is my toolbox." So I learned, to work with that. And then also I got into welding there. And I had taken welding on the Cleveland Bains, and I got a certificate for welding. Now that whatever they had come up with, if I could get into it, that's what I did. And I always encourage my kids, grandkids, if some of you want to be, check it out. Try it and you see if it'll work. Because Mom did tell you, if you want it, you have to work to get it. So that's what a lot of us did. Some of them were lazy, but me, would come down to work, I would go because during sweet potato season, my grandfather, he would go down over the sweet potato culls, that's the little small ones, and he would take them to Hallwood, and I would go there and help him to load the culls on the truck. And then we'd come back and go back the next day. And, like I said, I did a lot of mechanic work. I cut grass, I did a lot of yard cleaning. Miss Parks lived next block over. I used to do her flower beds, cut her grass for her. Because her husband, Mr. Parks, they ran the cleaners in Exmoor. And she would come out here in the yard, and she would ask me to come down. I would go down and do a yard for her. Like I said, I did a lot of those little side jobs over the years of me, growing up.
Looking back on your life, what would you say is the most important thing that you have learned?
Well, I learned how to survive. Because then, if you didn't know how to cook, you learned. I learned from my grandmother, I learned from my dad's sister, who lived next door, and my mom. So, they taught you how to iron, how to wash your clothes and clean. And if you needed a line shop, they took you to the grocery store, you learn how to pick up food, stuff that you need to survive. It's not hard to do. My second son, he said, "Dad, I can't fry chicken." I said, "Yes, you can." I said, "I'm going to tell you the best way to tell when chicken is done, when it stops sizzling." So we had my mother's 78th birthday. I had a party here. My sister and her kids, my cousin, and we all set up in the yard. And I had one of those 250-gallon grill I brought from my cousin, and they was cooking on it. So my cousin was showing him how to do it. So they said, "You know what, Dad? I can cook chicken now." And one year, this is my sister's son, he wanted to bake a turkey. I said, "No." He would ask Uncle Tony, he won't ask you, he don't want me to tell him. I said, "You his mother?" "No." Because he said, "Nobody can cook a turkey like you." I love to cook. A lot of times when my mom in the kitchen, I would make up a dish, something that to give her a break. Now, potato pies. Now, they had a cake they called a socket to me cake. Dad, socket to me. I said, "Man, what are you talking about?" So he was about to turn 51. So I told her, I said, "Mom, I'm going to go to the store and get sour cream and stuff." So I had made a cake. So she took him out the Sunday after church. So he came back in and he done and everything. And he was in there watching, I think it was a show coming he liked to see. I said, "Dad, come in the kitchen for a minute." He said, "What?" I said, "Come here." "I'm not sure it's going to take that long." And I told Mom, I said, "Sit down." I said, "Now cover your eyes." So I took the cake plate and set it on the table. And I pulled the cover off, and he took the cover. He said, "Oh no, you didn't." Talk to him. I said, "There it is, right there." Yeah, he loved the way that I made that socket tube cake.
Now, the first way that you and I started interacting was seeing you in the front yard and waving as I drove by.
Right.
Do you find many people who'll just wave?
Yes. This lady lives over in the house on the highway. She'll wave when she come through. Folks that live down the street. Yeah. It's been a big change over the past 50 years. And there's more changes yet to come. You know, it makes you, feel good that, you got neighbors, people pass through, throwing their hand up.
If you had one thing you'd like people to remember, what would that be?
Is to treat people better, treat people better, because we all are human. And we shouldn't have grudges or dislike against anyone.
For Shore Perspectives and WESR Radio, I'm Kelley Gaskell.